What's going on, collectors? Welcome in to Ross Loves Cards. This is a rare thing that you get to see today. Back-to-back weeks, I put out a video over a Cardinal player. It just happens to be the same Cardinal player. It is, of course, Bob Gibson. I'll work on my shadows there. Bob Gibson, 68 tops. A while back, I was on Instagram and I seen somebody share one of them shorts or whatever they call them, the reels. I can't. Anyways, you know them short little videos they play on Instagram. I was going through that and somebody showed a Bob Gibson rainbow, if you will. They showed a 68 tops, a 68 Milton Bradley, a 68 O-Pee-Chee, and a 68 tops Venezuelan. And they showed the fronts and they flipped the cards over and showed the backs. And boy, I thought that was cool. And the other day, I've been thinking about that, and I told some guys, I said, you know, I'm kind of thinking about chasing this Bob Gibson river of 68s. And the more I thought about it, and I thought, yep, someday I'm going to do that. And I went to the card shop to buy some supplies, and he had that card I showed you, the 68 Bob Gibson. It's in a 3.5. The card's centered, looks good. So, as you can see, I brought that home with me. That night, I got on the internet and I looked up Milton Bradley. I wanted to get a centered one, so I found this 4 in a Milton Bradley. By the way, this 4 and that 3 was not expensive cards. I'm sure you're not surprised by that, but I like the looks of them. They're good-looking cards and perfect for what I'm wanting to do. But 2 days later, I was back to looking. I thought, well, I'm going to search for Venezuelan cards. Those will be harder to find, you know, and I've been kind of looking throughout time. And I found one I really like the looks of. I really like the grade of, you know. By the grade and looks, the value of, we'll call it. And I thought, you know what, that's the one I want. So I went and bought a 68 tops Venezuelan. And here in just a little bit, I'll turn the camera around and show you all these up closer. But I got all them cards and I was excited. I thought, okay, now time to get the O-Pee-Chee. So turns out the O-Pee-Chee of a 68 Bob Gibson's a hard card to come by. There's one currently on eBay, and I'm guessing a $40, maybe a $60 card, that range in there. And they're asking $80 for it. By the time shipping and tax, it was going to be like $100 because it was coming from Canada. Then I see that they've got a tariff on baseball cards of like 35%. From what we could read, you know, we're not legal experts. So today, you're not going to get to see all 4 cards of this rainbow, but you're going to see 3 colors of this rainbow. I know there's more than 4 colors in a rainbow, but you know what I'm saying. So I just want to flip this around and show you the cards up close, show you the differences or whatever. Just let you look at them, let you enjoy them. Hope you guys enjoy them as much as I do looking at them. Okay, I've got them all lined up here for you from tops, Milton Bradley, and the Venezuelan. I'll go ahead and flip it over so you can see the back of the tops, back of the Milton Bradley, and back of the Venezuelan. As you can see, each one's a different shade, and of course, if you've been around them, you know that the O-Pee-Chees are as well. But, you know, I'd have a hard time deciding on which I'd like better, between the tops or the Milton Bradley. I guess whichever one I've got in my hand at the time is the one I like the best. But I absolutely love this Venezuelan. This, of course, is my first Venezuelan. You can see, I think this card is great centered. Like I said, some of the corners are well loved, we'll say. But the registration on this thing, yeah, well, you can see it. But I am a big fan of this card. I actually, after getting it in, I liked it better once I had it in person than when I just seen it in pictures. You can see right there, well, if I can read that. Anyways, I can read that Venezuelan word. Sorry, my eyes aren't that great. But anyways, it's got Venezuela at the bottom, small print. I like how it's in English on the back of here so I can know what's going on. So I may be the only one, whoops, sorry about shaking the camera tripod there, but I may be the only one that struggles with that. But I just wanted to get on here and make a quick video, show you the 3 Gibsons that I have, and it may be a while before I find an O-Peachy, but that's okay. I just forgot to share a thing or two with you. I looked up the population of the card. With PSA, there is 40 of this, and SGC, there's 30. Now, this ain't, the highest grade or close to it. I think there's only 22 that's graded lower, but I tell you what, I sure do like this card. I don't know how many times I've said that in this video. You can count and leave a comment down below that I repeat myself a lot, but you and me both already know that. But I just thinking about this card, if somebody would have told me a year ago, say, well, you know what, you're going to be looking for a Venezuelan card by this time next year, I would have said, you know what, you're crazy. It's just not something I'm into. Good for people that are, but it wasn't my thing. But, now, I'm not saying that's all I'm going to collect by any means, because it's not. But I've probably got a handful of cards, maybe. Maybe not quite a handful, but I've got more than one other card on my list that's Venezuelan. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm looking forward to learning more. I've seen a lot of good channels out there and got a lot of wisdom from them. I need to go back and rewatch some of them videos to learn more, of course. But I hope you all are out there and keeping an open mind. Just because we don't like something today doesn't mean that we may not like it tomorrow. But I hope you all enjoyed looking at this, and hope you all listen into the next one. We'll see you.